Are you really gonna hydrate me before I haven't even started zombie? Or Colin? Whatever. What the duck? I like my what the duck shirt. I really should be hydrating with water, but I'm not. It's gonna kill me. Ugh. At that point in my life where I need to start actually focusing more on my health, but I still haven't. I don't know why. So, we're gonna do things. It's too cold outside. Well, I'm in Florida. So, in Florida, right now, our temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you use Fahrenheit or do you use Celsius? I forget. My beard is better than Jerry's. That is 27 degrees, 0.77778 Celsius. It's for some reason hot here. I don't know why. I might actually have to need to turn my fan as well. Hang on one second. Oh Jesus! Even I know that's freaking cold. What? I forgot I need to update that when I'm streaming. Stupid bitrate. Okay, I think the ads are over. Kind of doing things on time being. So we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently this time. We're actually gonna be focusing on a very specific achievement. It's apparently the hardest achievement to get in this game. Is called My New World. My New World or Your New World? I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that. Call. What? Like, what do you mean? Like it's recycling? Like is it saying that you're not recycling? Is it shaming you for not recycling, Colin? Did you do something wrong, Colin? Bad, Colin. I swear. But you can hear me okay, right? Oh, jeez. That would annoy me like crazy. So we're going for a very specific achievement. We're going for the New World. Let's go. Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Let's silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. Catchy songs are
The
crazy,
interior
man.
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are tinted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Aggravation. I'm gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, she's sad.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice
Oh,
you have
my
to hear
back.
once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll be unarmed all I want.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see you.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut up. I'll be the judge of that.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No. Sorry, lady.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
This one achievement, you have to get 5.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
For this one specific achievement, there's 5 very specific bodies you have to get that allows you to kind of unlock it. I mean, I am going to be skipping through some of the, like, repeating stuff, so it's not the same thing over and over and over again. So it's not going to be as long as it could be. But it's basically one full playthrough of the actual game. Before, I would kind of take a moment, I would kind of go through things piece by piece by piece or whatever. But this is, we're focusing just on the one achievement, because it's going to be interesting. We don't have a key. Do we have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Lady, we don't have a knife.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I agree.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Screw that.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, the other delays
Easier for whom?
happen
Easier
specifically
for everyone. Look at
because
the
I would
mess
read
you're
through all the options and like, okay, I need, what do I want to pick? What do I want to do? What
I
do I want
heard
to
the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes, they did, lady.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Here comes this part.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped
Yeah,
wolf.
that's so you don't try to waterboard me, dude.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Going to save the princess.
Fine.
Stabby, stabby, stab.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
I like how now the
The blade
blade,
is sharp,
the
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
blade icon has blood on it now.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
It's pretty gruesome.
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Lady, I think you're
How
bleeding.
is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I've been awake for an hour.
Your
That's how
body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her
I
heart.
slept for half the day because I'm just exhausted.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out
Yeah.
of here alive.
I was up earlier to get make sure my son got out of school, and then I kind of just fall back asleep. Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
Never!
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We
Oh,
both
jeez.
know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Oh god, no!
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Lady, no!
She plunges it into
Lady,
you,
no!
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. You have literally doomed everyone.
Jesus, dude.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
God, lady!
She doesn't
Look at where you're stabbing!
does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Just cut my neck open, lady. Come on!
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive.
Oh no.
The princess
I am
stares
bleeding.
down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I have died. The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement, you're here to slay her.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh
She will
no.
lie, she will cheat.
No.
And she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
What do you mean
If
shooting
only
Jerome
you
in
knew
Minecraft?
what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
I forgot I get
But
the voice
he
of the
is a
smitten.
villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
Bruh.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be
Oh,
expressed.
that video.
Sure,
Yes,
yeah,
I remember that
your
one.
passions are strong and all, but not everyone
That
needs
was
to hear them.
hilarious.
Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Pretty sure this is one of the things I did
The
last time
blade
where I
is
got the
your
damsel.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But there's gonna be a difference. I don't need no knife. Oh, the mirror just
The
vanished.
door to
Oh.
the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairway. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yes, I agree.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm
Oh,
with
God.
you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
Yes.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She's the damsel.
Her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
So the first time I did this playthrough, the damsel was the second body that I got. But there's a different path to take when it comes to the damsel that kind of continues on to a chapter 3. I wasn't aware of it. I was actually using before I was using a pathing thing to tell me which things to go, just because I was curious about some of the things. But those did not take into effect the things that are part of the, because this is what's called Slay the Princess, this pristine cut. It's pristine cut because there are new paths to take, different paths, and I'm going to show you what those paths are.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Dashing, yes.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
To come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Oh, great. Skip all that. I'm not going to go through any of this script.
Her. What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
I'll just slip her.
How dainty her hands are. We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch me.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
But she just needed her hero.
We've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature, or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Love to hear.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of
What?
us has to be.
What?
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
This is different.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Jesus, dude.
Wouldn't.
Watch
I would.
me.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't
I love
believe
that-
it. I guess I have to.
I love that. We're doomed.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
The power of love.
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Wham!
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know,
Thank you.
if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
So here's where things are going to change a little bit. Because last time I just left with her. How about we stay?
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other. That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it? Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening. You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? Are we not enough for her? She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Hydration. This is the dangers of love, or at least people who claim to be in love, but in reality are just infatuated. Instead of wanting to get out into the world and showing off your love and blah blah blah, you try to lock your love away. Trust me, it'll be better for both of us if we stay. We can be happy here, we just have to want it.
But we would have to be here forever. I don't know you.
Oh. Oh.
This is really what you want, though.
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, wow, she agreed. Cool.
She doesn't seem happy about this. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? I don't know. She has a point. She doesn't know us. No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess. If we just say the right things. If we just showed her the contents of our heart. She'd be happy here. As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
What?
Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us.
Hang on 1 second.
Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever.
Oh god, dude, don't do it.
You
Oh!
plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
No, lady, I can't!
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yeah, this is... Jesus.
And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
What the hell?!
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Okay, that sounds bad. Why did he word it that way? Ah, Jesus.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
Yeah, brutal.
It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then... everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Happily ever after. Epilogue.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop in last time.
That was painful, dude. It was really brutal, really painful.
Now, he's clearly disorientated.
Opportunist.
I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him. Best if we're gentle. And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
Welcome! Nice.
Thank you. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, I was expecting that too, dude.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working with someone so well-informed. You can
Jesus.
count on us to do things right from here on out. I'm going to describe the room now.
Thank you.
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Matter of the blade's here. We didn't use last time, and the time before that she used to kill us. Hey, where's the voice of the smitten? He was here last time, and it's not like him to be this quiet. So none of you are going to talk about... Ooh, true.
Yeah, he was a bit of a loud one, wasn't he? Is he okay? We're better off without him, if you ask me. One less opinion we have to contend with. Plus, he's the one who got us into this whole mess. Is that so? Maybe there is hope for you after all, free from the bad influence of your missing friend.
So are none of you going to talk about the mirror?
What is there to say about it? It's a mirror. Is this some sort of a bit? There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement.
Basement?
Oh, my bad. That's why I haven't been talking about it. I see it. Good for you, buddy. You've got a sharp set of eyes on you.
You guys kind of...
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Okay.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves?
Sure.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. It's gone. I'm just glad we can all agree on a shared reality. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. You can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it, boss. You're doing great. I'm not, but I appreciate the encouragement. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
Fatigue?
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, We are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Okay.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship.
What's that
and
behind her?
romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Okay.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
What is this place? What do we do? Mentioned dinner on the stairs. Excuse me.
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The
We
flames
are
burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
What the hell was that?
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Am I ever? And look at this spread. It's a feast fit for a king. Yeah, and after everything we've been through, we could use a break. More than that, we deserve
a break.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again. You tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. A good meal is still a good meal, and we didn't even have to clear the dishes. I'm happy. And then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be amazing. What matters
Isolation.
is that we don't have to make it. Getting other people to do the hard work always improves the taste.
Dangers of isolation. Being obsessed and isolating. You always want more. A very deep and painful subject.
Does it? Because it seems like the taste is getting worse, and we haven't had to so much as lift a finger. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow
How many ti-
replaces your feast. And again you eat.
How many times are we
The
gonna
meat
eat?
is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. Well,
Okay.
it's still free food we didn't have to make, right? Oh, am I kidding? We were eating like kings and now we're eating like pigs. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes
Oh.
out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. Losers sit in the dark. I want to sit in a brightly lit, spacious room where we can see our beautiful, queenly wife. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other three torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
What just happened? Did you make the torch go out? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you didn't want to say. It's just a torch. Don't worry about it. What is this place? Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
Let's play a game.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Right.
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make up as many rules as we want. And we will. Don't worry, I am excellent at cheating. She'll never
Cheating?
suspect a thing. I don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time, you know?
Yeah.
What, you don't want to win? To show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect? Wow, you would be hopeless without me. Count your lucky stars I'm here. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
Oh.
And so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Boom. And there you have it. What did I tell you? Am I great at games or am I great at games?
Game night.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth,
Oh.
Another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
That's Behold's thing.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
Upset?
This is awful. Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realise how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have. Yeah, sure.
I haven't even gotten one body yet. And this is taking a lot longer than I expected. I might have to break this up into more than one thing, so... Just a torch, don't worry. Are you actually happy here? Okay, so we've eaten, we've played games, now what? Okay, so we've eaten, we've played games.
I don't know. But we can't do those other things anymore, can we? Maybe we can just spend time together?
Princess smiles as the two of you wait. Come on, there has to be a way out of this. This can't be the rest of our lives. This can't be forever. And wait. What's the big deal? It's nice here. We've got a lot of space, all our needs are met. We have the respect of everyone in the room. And wait. This is what we wanted. This is what we asked for. It's good to be on top of the world. And wait.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh. No. Oh no. The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Do you think what? Don't worry about what's going to happen if you could. Whoever's the shadows been showing us, we need to see what happens when the lights go out. You don't have to. What do you think will happen?
I'm too scared to say. What if my answer is what blows it out?
It's the dangers of trying to force a relationship, trying to do the same thing over and over again, and just Sometimes relationships just die. They fall apart. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
That's the smitten, isn't it?
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Feel empty. So that's that, huh? Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, this sucks. Open your eyes, I'm still here, you know. Nothing's changed, we're just sitting in the dark. I'm sorry, I feel like all this is my fault.
Are you sure you want to do that? You're sending us some real mixed signals, boss. I suppose I am. I'm just worried that I might have made a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake? Isn't she supposed to end the entire world? Yes, and that hasn't changed. I'm just not sure the world I want is worth it. But how can a saved world ever be worse than one that's gone? See, that's exactly what I thought. Think what you will. I'm only here to guide you. You're the one who makes the decisions. Well, well, looks like there's nobody around who can tell us what to do anymore. First the shadows got blown out, now even the big shot narrator man is having doubts. We don't need to waste our time slaying her. We've clearly won.
You're right, Wolves, I think. Don't get cold feet. This is for the good of everyone. I'm saving the world here. I know what I decided to do.
The princess doesn't try to flee as you cross the room, murderous intent settling into your eyes. All she does is stand to face you. She offers no resistance as your fingers wrap around the blade dangling from her neck. As the weapon sinks deep into her heart, all she manages are 3 muttered words.
It's finally over.
I didn't think it would be so awful to help you see this through, but all of this was for a reason. The world is better off without her. I really hope that's true. They always say it's lonely at the top. I didn't think they actually meant it.
I feel cold. But I guess I've felt that way for a long, long time.
Jesus. A long quiet. Though you've pierced her heart, you do not see her die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Kill your
Should
happy
we
ending.
try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
She and I don't know how we... I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
We have to, buddy.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
That hurt more than I thought it was going to. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. An ad's about to start, so we'll be right back. Sorry. General. But you try to make it better, you try to continue on, try to keep it alive. It's not.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. How can the world... I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. You are the only thing I have. The space we're in is vacant.
Nothing here but us.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or just making her part of something?
You speak in circles.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. You ask of things that cannot be done. How can I know? I have not lived.
Which one I
Everything.
forget?
Until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I
Wow,
am infinite.
cryptic.
The rest will find their own way home. Then we will be here forever.
I'm not going back. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Share your happy ending. Honest heart.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that, you're here.
Alright, we're just gonna silently continue the tab.
You make your way.
Proceed to the cabin. A lot of this is the same stuff we already know.
The interior.
We're gonna skip a lot of it. We are going to take the
You
blade
take the blade from the table.
and enter the basement.
The door. Her voice carries.
Who's there?
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you
Gonna
here to
kill me.
kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Rude.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe
Tighten my
you
grip.
ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten.
You poor thing.
You step forward, your grip on the blade
Wow.
tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Ooh.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not
I'm
armed?
positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade
Oh!
of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
She does have a knife.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery
Oh.
painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time. With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
To bring a knife into a knife. Wait.
The
Oh.
two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
Uh-oh.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything
Everything
goes
goes
dark,
dark.
and you die.
Oh, the razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Alright, let's go. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning, she will lie. He couldn't be more on the money, but we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
I have cheated.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Oh.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin
Whoa.
is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll
Going to approach the mirror.
walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I agree.
But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here,
Scraping
slaying
of
her would
metal.
probably be doing her a favour. Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
Oh boy.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
He sounds like a
There's
robot.
something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Sharp. Get it?
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Yes.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Yes. You know what? I have to come close to you. You're just going to stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'll just trust you. We just talk things through. I don't have the key. We killed each other last time, or not. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we just buy guns. What happened after you died? After you died last time, what if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything. Yeah, I'm not trusting you. Bye. Screw it!
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours.
What?
Hehe.
Ow! What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Going to die now.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The arms? What?
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Uh-oh.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running
Haunted.
isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. Good. It's better that way.
Stubborn?
Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
2?
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes.
Nah.
Fight so much better.
Oh, great.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
We got people who want to fight.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
Right.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Okay. Let's approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion. Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but
Whoa!
you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
So it was a slide.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the
Okay. And the form of the princess comes into view, standing
Hi.
at a distance.
It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Oh boy.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it. Yet.
Yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Oh boy.
Internal
Oh
bickering is
God!
cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Oh no.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
We have to fight her again, and we're gonna have to sit up her lip. She can't hurt us if we don't let us feel it. We're gonna appeal to our authority, puff her up a bit. No reason we can't talk. We're gonna unconditionally surrender. Oh, it's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah.
Oh my
Do
God.
we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Yes, let's flirt with the murderous monster.
I'm into it.
I'm into it.
Say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. Can we flirt by fighting her, though?
I know you want to kill me, but does anyone tell you how gorgeous you are? I just feel like I really get you. I like you romantically, even. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death? Give her the look.
The look. We've all used it. Yeah, do you not know about the look? The look, eh? So we're getting serious about this.
Oh, Jesus.
Flash the princess the look. And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Neat.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still going to kill you. But now we could both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Or not.
Or not.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot.
Lot.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Excuse me.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters
Hey, it's a smitten.
is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
Smitten, shut up.
A new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Oh boy.
Saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're
What the-
extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4.
Oh.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Oh boy.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Lady? Lady?
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We
just
don't need
stacks
any other
voices.
voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, show me something new.
We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a step up and live about it. We're going to appeal to authority. We're going to unconditional surrender. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it! Doesn't work. She kills you again and again and again and again. Memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Hey, the contrarian.
Well, there's more of... What's the point? It's all the same.
The broken.
Skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee. She
Paranoid.
skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter
then.
how many times this takes, we can't give up.
The cheater is breaking reality.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way.
Bold.
So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm
Opportunist.
sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you.
Just screws you.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Bye. What? Mutually assured destruction. What? Chapter 4?
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Aha.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator,
I don't even have to do anything.
we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Oh, boy.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
I like that. Okay.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
What?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well,
Jesus.
yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really?
A new thing.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes
Holy!
a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy
Oh
shit!
no! Oh shit!
Is gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Smitten, you're insane.
Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Ah!
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Quiet. Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet, through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Thank you. Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening! Your blade strikes free of volition and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good thing. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
That's a sharp, stabby mess.
Is a
Changed.
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Everything you say.
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy.
Joy.
She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Needs to be. Ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark. You die. Bring the razor full to her.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
Alright, silently.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
I'm gonna take the blade
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather...
to the basement.
Her voice.
Who's there?
She said, don't let it...
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down... She's so... Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it?
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can... The blade tumbles out of your trem...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
Okay.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
I keep
You're going
yawning
to
even though
need
I've
it.
slept for so long. Like I'm just constantly tired.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the... They're large and heavy, far too solid for you.
I'm guessing you don't have the...
Maybe it's somewhere up's doubtful. Whoever locked the...
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife.
She speaks with almost... If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
I remember doing this
Anything
before
to
as well.
finally be free.
Then she ends up with like big...
You attempt to make... Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna save the princess.
Against your better judgment, You place the blade against the princess. You cut into her. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns. How is she so composed after losing?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. As the princess approaches. Wait, this isn't. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop! Resist!
Jesus.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yes.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
See to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in. Did you just say... No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink. I love the
Just
skeptic.
ignore this clown and focus. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor. The blade is your...
The blade.
You take the blade. Good idea.
Into the basement.
The door to the base. Her voice.
Is that a visitor I hear?
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Are we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
I remember her.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her wrist? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
Ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the That doesn't sound great. There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her.
It's her.
Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Thank you, Skeptic. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea. Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. I don't know what you're talking about. The world ends if we fail, right?
I don't know where you're going.
Yes, sure. I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing. I'm not afraid of dying.
A little?
You got your point across. Fine.
Hey!
You slide the blade across the floor.
The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
This is the... I remember this one.
Thanks.
It's going to hurt.
She pulls up her head,
Ah!
smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
This doesn't get any easier.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Oh,
Killing
Jesus.
herself? She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead.
I don't have an angle. I'm just
Oh, that
looking
looks
forward to
painful.
putting all this behind us. Sure, you
I hope
can
you're all
understand
having a
that.
great... I hope you're all having a great day.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Take the princess with you. Leave. Last time I took the princess's head with me, and then the whole thing ended. We're just gonna leave the basement.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Why is the
You can
world
think
like
of it
this on
as
the outside?
sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay.
Okay.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we get a better. That's bullshit. Let us out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now.
Unless.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Boring.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Nope. I agree. Did you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. What do you suggest then? I don't want to die again. So I'm going to accept my reward now. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm going to accept my reward now. What do you suggest
Still
then?
Have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Oh, interesting.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you. You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Screw you.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
If we die, it resets.
I don't have to answer that.
And he knows that.
That's all we needed to hear. You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Genocidal maniac.
We'll see about that.
The cage.
You're on a path in the woods.
Whoa!
Things everywhere. This is different. This is new. It's worse is what it is. We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate. You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do. What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us? It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction, since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities, and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Should we talk about how we saw the blade? We've never started with that blade before. With the blade before. Are you sure we even need to clear? She cut her own head off last time. No way out but through. Let's go see her.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss
Jeez.
yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her. There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus. I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Proceed!
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends.
Stabby.
A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
Door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind? Or is it a distraction? Something meant to confuse us? Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy. You step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor. Should have been? Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space.
What?
An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Uh-oh.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard. Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin.
Oh!
Hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare
Thank you for the
concrete floor.
subscription.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I very much appreciate you.
As your eyes adjust to your new
Oh, it's a YouTube.
surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow.
I'm sorry,
She watches
I
you.
just realized my
The
YouTube thing isn't
stillness
on.
of the grave.
Hello there. I hope you're having a
Easy
great
now.
day.
We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Hang on, I gotta pull up my YouTube because I just realized I don't have my YouTube open. See what the chat says for that one. I have multi-stream, but only versus. That. I don't see anybody talking, but hello. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you very much for subscribing. Okay. Hello. Are you mad at me? So you can come back too. So you can come back too. She doesn't have a head. Look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. I'm supposed to be sorry, right? What the hell did you cut your head off? Why the hell? Why the hell?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
Oh,
What
this
if
is
the chains don't
painful.
have to be real? What if they aren't real? They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking. Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them. It's worth a try.
Hello? I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. I'm supposed to be sorry, right? Screw it, attacker. Try to cut yourself free. Remain silent. I'm gonna try to cut myself free.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right? Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
No.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that
Skeptic.
ever work?
You're not helping.
It just does?
It doesn't.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it. They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere. You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do.
Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? Alright, I'm game. We cut again.
You bring your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
Yes!
Will you look at that?
Worked. Why shouldn't the rest be the same then?
But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
Oh
It's
no.
only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
What's your problem with me? I've only ever tried to help you. Let me down. Killing me isn't going to fix anything. What happened to you? You cut your own head off last time. You can't be mad at me about this. Swing your blade. Keep cutting.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
Shut your face.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
She won't
Whoa!
kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
No, this is my fault. I haven't done anything to you except give you my weapon twice. She? Are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you. What do you mean you're just a watcher? You cut your own head off last time. You made that decision. You've made choices and you've never stopped. You're choosing violence right now. I'm gonna cut myself free.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chains strangling your neck.
Look at you,
Oh, boy.
Scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable. Come on, come on, come on!
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come
Oh,
crashing
thank
down.
God.
Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore. Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement. Yeah? What of it? This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now!
The pieces fall into place. For every premeditation, there is a pattern. When the pattern is learned, the illusion dissolves. But was the pattern always there, or were you the one who wrote it in the sand? The writers must follow their own script.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
Why is he getting quiet?
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
We did it. We figured it out. We won. Why don't I feel like it means anything? I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it? I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
It's taking longer than I expected it to. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Just a pattern in a
Should we
steely cage.
try and find her?
A riddle of
And
steel.
is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's calling us. And not in a good way. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Voices feel small, distant. Approach. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. At the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be, but that doesn't make any of them less special. This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
Free.
The desires of my multitude. I yearn for what I have always. We will know when we near our destination.
We need 2 more. Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark. And you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think I'm gonna save it there. This is where I'm gonna end it off. We've already been going for about a little over 2 hours, and that first one kind of, I'll be perfectly honest, kind of took a lot out of me. Felt like dealt with. But we're about halfway through. We got 3 of the 5 bodies we need, and then the actual final showdown. It's a little. I digress. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and see about rating somebody and see what we can do. For at least for Twitch. What I'm following. Not too many, but fine. Or follow this guy. He's playing. I think he's playing Stardew. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you had fun. And, you know, be safe out there, everybody.